This was not a mass shooting or a random incident based on what I've been told, and the suspected shooter is already in custody. That means that while this was scary, there is no ongoing threat, and I believe our families are safe. I'll keep trying to build the Kentucky that we don't see arguments ended in violence.
That's Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear just before 6 tonight with a video statement updating the shooting at Kentucky State University on the campus there about 2 miles away from the Kentucky State Capitol in Frankfort. KSU says 2 students were shot today. Police say 1 person has died and another is in critical condition at the hospital. Frankfort police also say that the suspect was caught quickly after they got to the scene. The first call coming in about a shooter at 3:35 this afternoon. We have been following this breaking news for you all afternoon with new information for you right now at 6:30 here on WHAS 11+. Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Proffitt. Kentucky State University says it happened here in the South Campus dorm, the Whitney M. Young Jr. Hall. KSU's campus is located in Frankfort, about 55 miles east of Louisville. University is saying there is no ongoing threat at this time. We want to join WHAS 11's Alex Dieterer once again live at the scene right now. She's still with us here on WHAS 11+. And Alex, the campus was on lockdown for several hours this afternoon. Where does that stand as we speak tonight?
Doug, we've been here on campus for about an hour, hour and a half right now, and we are seeing students being able to enter and exit the buildings you see behind us, but not Whitney Young Hall. So the buildings you see the students coming out of right now, our photojournalist Levi Hammer can show that line of students coming out of the building. They are able to exit the buildings, but not Whitney Young Hall, which is where police have confirmed the shooting happened near. Now, as we've been here for about an hour and a half, we'll show you Whitney Young Hall right over here, Levi. And we have seen investigators and police officers investigating inside Whitney Young Hall as we've been here, which again is where and near that shooting happened. So we do have confirmed at this hour that 1 student has died and another is in critical condition. That suspect is in custody, and the shooting happened around 3:30 this afternoon. We want to reiterate that police and the university have both confirmed that there is now no ongoing threat to the university or the surrounding community. And Beshear, who we just heard from, Governor Andy Beshear, also said that this was not a mass shooting or a random incident. And again, he reiterates there is no ongoing threat, as we can see some KSU students walking in and out of these buildings as emergency responders continue to investigate. Now, in about 30 minutes here, about half an hour at 7 p.m. tonight, we are going to the police headquarters and hearing from Frankfort police officers. This investigation is still ongoing, but in 2024, this campus had about 2,000 students enrolled here in school. So that just kind of speaks to the volume and the size here on this campus. University Drive is now clearing of some emergency vehicles, but they did have it blocked off, and they still do have it blocked off to other cars. But again, students walking around, some we just heard laughing, so feeling safe here, knowing that there is no ongoing threat. But we saw some earlier walking around kind of somber, and that just speaks to the gravity here at the university. Doug?
You know, Alex, we have so many students here in the Louisville, Kentuckiana area who attend Kentucky State University. In fact, on our television newscast at 5, we had Dr. Corey Scholl of JCPS sitting here in the studio, and he told me he was texting students at KSU that he knew to see if they were okay. Can you give us a feel there on what you're seeing now in the last few hours as we head to this news conference at 7 o'clock? Where are Frankfort police going to be holding that?
So Frankfort police will be holding this at their headquarters, and when it comes to the students, obviously this doesn't just shake the university here, it shakes the entire community. We have not seen students walk without a group of people, walk without their friends and a group here on campus. And when we got here, the buildings you see behind us looking out onto campus, just students mingling and looking out of the windows, just waiting to see and watching the investigators as they continue, because this school is a safe space, and we are seeing these students who are coming together. And again, 2,000 students enrolled here at KSU, and it is nice to see some of them walking around campus and knowing that there is no ongoing threat to them here.
Okay, Alex, thank you very much. Kentucky State University officials say, quote, South Campus residence halls remain restricted to allow emergency crews and investigators full access to the area. The counseling and support services are available for students, faculty, and staff who may be impacted by this event. We encourage anyone in need of assistance to contact the university's counseling services. We're expecting to learn additional details again in just a few minutes from now. At 7 o'clock, Frankfort Police will be holding their first news conference, and we will be right here for you live on WHAS 11 Plus, carrying that news conference and the new information at 7 o'clock. So stay here with us. Right now, we want to switch to the other ongoing developing story here in the 6:30 half hour. JCPS holding a school board meeting as we spoke. They are set to vote tonight on pausing the superintendent's plan to close and consolidate a handful of schools. Now, this was meant to address the district's $188 million budget deficit. After 3 different public feedback sessions on the cuts, board leaders said on Friday that they need more evidence and time before they make a decision. We are live there now at the school board meeting. And
I'm a mom to a proud JCPS student and a.m. start time for our elementary students. Research in our own classrooms show that young children learn best in the morning. Their attention, working memory, and emotional regulation are strongest early in the day and decline as the afternoon progresses. After 3 p.m., many of our students are visibly tired. They struggle to focus, engage, excuse me. And I often hear my own students say, my brain's tired, I can't think. This is especially concerning when core subjects like math are scheduled in the late afternoon, often requiring reteaching the following morning. I urge you to review the district data, rising behavior referrals after 3 p.m., increased nurse visits related to focus medicine, and the growing number of early checkouts that cut into instructional time. I myself have a student that leaves 3 times a week early.
now, also, I'm texting back and forth with our reporter there at the meeting, Jose Alonso, saying he is now learning that they voted yes to put the temporary hold, as we are told. That vote coming just moments ago. Also, in a live interview exclusively with WHAS 11 News, Dr. Corey Scholl was right here on our set at 5 o'clock to talk more about it, telling us he was also surprised at the superintendent's plan, saying the board was expecting cuts but didn't know what they would look like.
We were not anticipating that we would receive a plan for closures and consolidations and that plan be released to the public so quickly. But the board understands that we have a new superintendent and he's learning to work with his team, and so we were able to work with him to find a resolution to this dilemma and what we needed to, the time that we needed to add for the deliberative process.
We'll have an update on the WHAS 11 19 at 11 o'clock and on our free mobile app, WHAS 11 Plus. More top stories for you. The mother accused of killing her child and leaving his body in a suitcase in southern Indiana will now face trial in Metro Louisville. DeJoan Anderson was arrested last March, ending a years-long nationwide hunt. She was charged with murder of her son, Cairo Jordan. New court records showing Washington County, Indiana prosecutors dismissed her Indiana case after a Jefferson County grand jury indicted her on murder, first-degree manslaughter, criminal abuse, and abuse of a corpse. Prosecutor Tara Coates Hunt says shifting the case to Kentucky gives it a stronger legal foundation and avoids future appeal issues. Anderson is set to be arraigned in Kentucky on December 15th, and her trial date remains unclear, with the case now moving across state lines. This case began in 2022 when investigators discovered 5-year-old Cairo Jordan's body inside a suitcase dumped in the woods of southern Indiana. Another woman, Dawn Coleman, is already serving 30 years for her role in the death and agreed to testify against Anderson. Court documents say Coleman found Anderson on top of Cairo inside their Louisville home and later helped hide the boy's body. Anderson's Indiana trial faced repeated delays tied to mental health evaluations and attempts to represent herself before the court ruled she was fit to stand trial earlier this year. More top stories at 6:30. The Louisville mayor says nearly 200 new manufacturing jobs are coming to southwest Jefferson County, involving electronics and AI. It's part of a more than $170 million investment. Our Isaiah Kim Martinez and photojournalist Aspen Hester have the story.
Louisville's Riverport Industrial Hub is welcoming a new neighbor, the biggest producer of everyday electronics in the world. Foxconn, well known for making everything from Apple iPhones to TVs to gaming consoles, is moving into this vacant building right across the street from LG&E's huge Mill Creek power plant. What they'll be making, the mayor won't reveal it just yet, instead offering this hint.
It is going to be a well-known consumer product that you can see things on. I'll leave it there.
Foxconn is investing $173 million to build the necessary assembly lines inside. The city says it'll mean 180 new Louisville jobs, which will include the use of AI. The Taiwan-based electronics company, which has hundreds of thousands of workers in Asia, is trying to increase its American footprint.
The United States is the world's largest market, which is why we need to bring our manufacturing operations from Asia back to America.
The company has a checkered history investing in the U.S. Years ago, a multi-billion-dollar promise in Wisconsin to employ 13,000 people at a new plant there, which President Donald Trump once dubbed the eighth wonder of the world, never lived up to its massive expectations.
Is there any concern, Mayor, that this will end up the same way?
We do not have those concerns. We've had extensive conversations with the Foxconn team about this. This is a different division of Foxconn. There is new leadership as well. And we're confident that this investment is going to happen.
The mayor assuring me this is a different situation, a different time, and this agreement will turn out much better. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS11 on your side.
Foxconn's Louisville plant is expected to open in the third quarter of next year. The city says the company received more than $3 million in incentives to locate right here in Metro Louisville.
As we head into tonight, we are expecting gusty winds ahead of rain showers for your Wednesday morning commute. I'll be timing it out coming up in our 7-day forecast. And here's a check of today's Kentucky Lottery jackpots. Mega Millions, $60 million. Powerball, $930 million.
We've had warmer temperatures. We've got a little chance of rain on the way, then some snow and then Arctic air. What else can you add, Mallory, to this forecast?
I mean, that's enough for me. Trying to figure it all out and time it all out and put it all in a nice little package for you in our 7-day forecast. Yes, we have a lot to get to in this weathercast here. We're tracking gusty winds tonight and into the day tomorrow. Wind gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour possible, so make sure those outdoor decorations are secured. We're tracking rain showers for your Wednesday morning commute. commute. As cold air catches up, we could have some light snow tomorrow night, likely just a dusting into Thursday morning. Better chance for some accumulating snow, maybe an inch or two by Friday morning. That's ahead of the coldest air of the season so far rolling in on Sunday. Today, though, we had that nice sunshine finally return to the area. Temperatures in the 40s, and we're still sitting in the low to mid 40s across Kentuckiana, even at this 6 o'clock hour. Our satellite and radar after that sunny day, clouds have been rolling back in this evening, so this is going to keep our temperatures in check for tonight. You can see that rain off to our northwest there. Hour by hour futurecast, winds are taking a little bit of a break right now, but expect those wind gusts to increase as we carry on into tonight. You're taking a look at the wind rows here. So winds are coming in from the southwest, gusting up to about 30, 35 miles per hour. Rain rolls in early tomorrow morning. Could be a little bit heavy at times for that morning commute. A mix might try to mix in off to our northeast, but take a look at our temperatures. We're in the lower 40s there, so minimal impacts there. Temperatures will peak around midday, and then colder air will roll in. As that cold air catches up to some of this moisture, we could have some flurries, some light snow showers. Best chance for some of those light snow showers is actually looking to be Wednesday night. So this could give us a dusting of snowfall for that Thursday morning there, and then some lingering flurries throughout your Thursday morning. Better chance from snow will be with a clipper as we head into Thursday night and into Friday morning. So this is another one of those setups where it looks like after midnight into our Friday morning commute. Because of this, we already do have a weather impact alert for Friday morning. Expecting some slick travel across the area. At this time, a sharp cutoff to the south and southwest of Louisville for totals. Louisville kind of in that sweet spot of an inch, maybe 2 inches, and then slightly higher amounts to our north and northeast. And stay tuned to that forecast as we do get closer and we have a better idea of snowfall amounts, because it's all dependent on that track. And these clippers can be really tough to time out and track out when they come in from the northwest like that. But 7-day forecast, as we mentioned, a little bit of everything on there. Morning rain tomorrow, gusty winds, some light snow showers Wednesday night with lingering flurries Thursday. Another clipper of snow Friday morning. That's the one where we could get an inch or two. We'll keep an eye on that. Storm system to our north on Saturday. Hopefully that stays to our north. And then the coldest air of the season so far expected for Sunday. So highs in the 20s there, overnight lows in the teens. We'll try to warm back above that freezing mark by Tuesday of next week.
So let's talk more about the key days to watch. Wednesday, a little rain, no big deal.
Yeah, gusty rain, you know, but as we know in Louisville, when it falls during that morning commute, it doesn't take much. But yes, rain tomorrow. I would say Friday morning, as we do have that weather impact alert. So tracking that clipper of snow could bring us an inch, maybe 2 inches, just in time for that morning commute. And then Sunday, that's going to be the coldest air of the season so far.
Talk about highs Sunday. You're about 24 degrees is what you're reporting.
Yeah, 14 for a Sunday night low. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of our northernmost counties dip into the single digits Sunday night.
The winds, any a big deal that we need to worry about, the gusts?
Not during that time frame, but we'll keep a close eye on that in case those wind chills get dangerous.
All right, thank you, Mallory. And the WHAS11 night team also following a late developing story, that major vote tonight addressing the JCPS $188 million budget deficit. Right now, we're bringing you another live look at the school board meeting. The crowd was much larger just a few moments ago. You see a lot more empty chairs there tonight, as I am being told by our reporter there, who is in the room, that they have gone ahead and voted. They voted a little while ago to pause the plan to close, sell, and consolidate schools. That's what we are expecting tonight. We'll have coverage for you on the night team at 11 o'clock. Up next, help is on the way for people in mental health crisis. A new 24-hour center will soon open in Kentuckiana. We'll tell you all about it.
That was something that was missed, to have a place to go where there would be someone available to help you navigate a behavioral health crisis.
A place like that will be returning soon. The Louisville Metro Council passed just over $1 million for the revival of a 24-hour crisis center. It follows the 2019 closure of the living room, which was very similar. Ariane Hardwick tells us the new center's model is built with more longevity in mind.
Anyone can walk in the door and they'll leave with a plan.
Liz McCune is in charge of creating that door, an all-hours crisis center for 7 county services.
If your crisis doesn't occur during working hours during the day, then where do you go? We find that a lot of people aren't sure of where to go.
7 years ago, it would have been the living room.
Sort of right as it was getting its wheels underneath it was when we cut it.
In 2019, Metro Council cut off its funding in the midst of a $35 million budget shortfall. Last Thursday, the council approved $1.15 million to revive it, with Councilman Marcus Winkler's support.
The ER probably isn't the place that needs to be the first service. Certainly the jail doesn't need to be the place for many of these people.
Under its old name, Centerstone, 7 counties ran the living room with peer counselors. The new center, expected to open in April, adds licensed counselors to the mix. That allows the center to charge Medicaid for its services, so it doesn't rely on the council for funding.
This should add to the longevity. This was a one-time ask.
It also gives Louisville Metro police officers another option of where to take people besides jail or the hospital.
We will have a separate door for police to use to bring someone in for an evaluation.
In a statement, Louisville Metro Police welcomed the opportunity. A spokesperson wrote, quote, "Hopefully this center will serve as a valuable tool for officers and the community, helping connect individuals to appropriate care and support." The living room's original spot was here on Magazine Street in downtown Louisville, and although 7 County Services still operates out of this building, they'll be looking for a new spot in downtown Louisville for the new crisis center. That's where McCune said the city needs the crisis center the most. If it's successful, Winkler said he's open to pushing for more. In Louisville, Ian Hardwick, WHAS 11 on your side.
7 counties also has counselors operating phone lines for people struggling with mental health. If you or somebody you know needs help, the 988 hotline is available at any time of the day. We'll be right back after this short break. We're bringing you coverage again from the campus of Kentucky State University in Frankfort. Again, this is video from our coverage on the scene just a little while ago, where Kentucky State University reported earlier today that 2 students were shot there in an incident. A suspect is also in custody. Frankfort, Kentucky police reporting 1 student is dead and another in critical condition. Again, they initially got the report at about 3:35 this afternoon, and then they got to the scene, were able to make the arrest. The report initially came out as an aggressive shooter. Again, this is video of moments ago. We want to let you know what's coming up here in just a few minutes. The Frankfort, Kentucky Police Department will be holding its first news conference of the day to give us an update on just what happened there and how all of this unfolded. So that's coming up on the WHAS 11 Plus app. That news conference is expected to begin at 7 or shortly thereafter. Let's look once again with our changing weather, and Chief Meteorologist Mallory Schnell is here with me. The key days to watch out for after tomorrow. We're going to get a little rain, the real cool down coming up Thursday and Friday into Sunday.
Yeah, so a lot to talk about in that 7-day forecast. As you mentioned, rain tomorrow morning for that morning commute. On top of that, we're going to have gusty winds as well. So that can limit visibility, make things a little bit slick on the roads. Just allow yourself a few extra minutes to get into work tomorrow. Temperatures will be dropping throughout the day, so we could see some light snow showers Wednesday night, expecting maybe a dusting out of that with some lingering flurries Thursday. Better chance for an inch, maybe 2 of snow Friday morning. That's why we have a weather impact alert for the first half of Friday. And then as we head into this weekend, yes, coldest air of the season so far arriving on Sunday. That will drop our high temperatures into the 20s with overnight lows in the teens. Sunday night into Monday morning looking to be the coldest air of the season so far.
Okay, that is it for WHAS 11 Plus live news conference coming at 7 o'clock. We are bringing you live breaking news coverage now. It's just after 7 o'clock here on the WHAS11 Plus app. Kentucky State University in Frankfort today confirming that just before 5 o'clock tonight, they confirmed this news that 2 students were shot on their campus today. Frankfort police saying now that 1 has died. Authorities also reporting another person is in critical condition and a suspect was arrested quickly. Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Proffitt as we're going to bring you live special report coverage of the first news conference expected here in moments from the Frankfort, Kentucky Police Department. The initial report came in as an active aggressor on the campus at about 3:30 this afternoon. Any minute now, we're going to be hearing from the Frankfort Police Department, but they do plan to give us some new details. But for now, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear posting new information in a video message. Here's what he said just before 6 tonight.
This was not a mass shooting or a random incident based on what I've been told, and the suspected shooter is already in custody. That means that while this was scary, there is no ongoing threat, and I believe our families are safe. I'll keep trying to build the Kentucky that we don't see arguments ended in violence.
Again, that's Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear just before 6 tonight, saying the suspect is in custody and they do believe that this was not a random shooting. Officials saying it happened on the campus near the south part of campus, the dorm there, Whitney M. Young Jr. Hall. The KSU campus is located in Frankfort, which is about 55 miles east of Louisville. But the university is saying there is no ongoing threat at this time. Again, WHAS 11 News has been on the scene for quite some time there. Again, the shooting happening at about 3:35 this afternoon. It was reported as an active aggressor, and authorities say they were able to get there to the scene immediately. We are bringing you live special report coverage here on the WHAS 11 Plus app as we are waiting any moment now a news conference from the Frankfort Police Department expected to update us on exactly what happened. A lot of concern here in the metro Louisville area, of course, because there are so many students who attend Kentucky State University from Frankfort traditionally. The website there reporting that they have about 2,200 students who attend this school there, 450 faculty members and different staff. As you can see, it's right there. Again, the South Campus dorm there, we are told it was the Whitney M. Young Hall. Again, Kentucky State University is about 2 miles away from the state capitol. The state capitol on the map would be to the upper right of your screen. Police say they got there very quickly after they got the report of the active aggressor. The news was coming fast. They found the alleged shooter. That person is in custody as we speak. Again, if you're just watching us, this is WHAS 11 Plus live special report coverage as we're waiting for the first news conference from Frankfort Police to come moments from now, detailing the tragedy that happened on the campus of Kentucky State University, which is now making national news. I noticed tonight as we were on the air here that it was the first story on ABC's World News Tonight. Once again, such a tragedy there, and you're seeing the live room that is now set up any moments now. We expect to hear from the Frankfort police authorities. This shooting got the attention of the Kentucky governor quickly, who was the first really to put out a social media message about that on his X account. And then we started learning the gravity of the situation as Frankfort police, to their credit, quickly let everybody know about what was happening. The campus was put on lockdown for several hours, but as our Alex Dieterer, who was there in the room covering this for us tonight on WHAS 11, told us that after just a few hours, she was able to see the students walking around, and they were going about their business, but they were walking together. They were walking in pairs, as you can imagine. Such a shocking thing to have happen, as we are now in the semester where most of the students will be going home soon for the holiday break. So once again, if you were just joining us, I'm Doug Proffitt with you. Again, we're bringing you a live picture. We're going to stay here on this scene because we don't want to miss it when the authorities come out. Again, this is a news conference that's getting ready to start in Frankfort. And once the story unfolded at 3:35 this afternoon when Frankfort, Kentucky police got a report of an active aggressor on the campus. And you can imagine Frankfort police came to the scene in big numbers, as well as Kentucky State Police. Their main headquarters is based right in Frankfort, so you had a huge police presence. The governor moments ago said that this was not a random shooting. So let's go back live now to Frankfort as we're expecting this news conference to begin at any moment. And let's go to the podium, and here is the first briefing of this tragedy on
All right,
campus.
good evening, everyone. I'm Scott
Kentucky State
Tracy,
University.
Assistant Chief of Police at the Frankfort Police Department. I'm going to make a brief statement and then hand it over to Dr. Acapo for a statement from the university. This afternoon at approximately 3:10 p.m., our Frankfort dispatch received a call reporting a shooting on the campus of Kentucky State University. Within minutes, by 3:14 p.m., Frankfort police officers arrived on scene. By that time, Kentucky State University campus police had already taken swift action, bringing a suspect into custody. 3 individuals were involved in the incident. One individual who is not a Kentucky State University student is in custody. Frankfort police believe this to be an isolated incident, and there are no active safety concerns on campus at this time. The other 2 individuals involved were current Kentucky State University students. Both suffered gunshot wounds. They were quickly transported to a local hospital for treatment by Frankfort Fire and EMS. Tragically, one has passed away from injuries. The other remains in critical condition. Our thoughts are with them, their families, and the entire Kentucky State University community, as well as the Frankfort community, as they navigate this difficult moment. I want to express my deepest appreciation for the quick, coordinated response between our officers and the Kentucky State University campus police. The department was also assisted by local, state, and federal agencies: Franklin County Sheriff's Office, the Kentucky State Police, Frankfort and Franklin County Emergency Management, Kentucky Office of Homeland Security, the ATF, Frankfort Fire, and EMS. Their rapid actions ensured that the situation was contained almost immediately, preventing further harm. We understand how unsettling incidents like this can be for students, parents, and our community. But please know that the safety of our residents and our campus partners remains our top priority. And we will continue to work closely with Kentucky State University as this investigation moves forward. We will share additional information as it becomes available and as this investigation allows. At this time, I'll introduce Dr. Acapo, President of Kentucky State University.
Thank you and good evening. Today indeed was a senseless tragedy. We're mourning the loss of one of our students. As a parent, I cannot imagine receiving the call I placed to the parents. Our students need prayers. Kentucky State University needs prayers. I cannot thank our law enforcement enough, our community enough, and our leader right here with me enough. Thank you even for being here.
And with that, this news conference has just wrapped up. As you saw there, the president of Kentucky State University saying, we need prayers. I can't imagine being a parent getting that call. And quickly recapping what the police authorities there in Frankfort said. They got the call in at 3:10 this afternoon. At 3:14, they arrived on the scene quickly. Kentucky State University campus police were also very effective, according to the Frankfort police authorities there, getting there fast. They're calling this an isolated incident, which involved a total of 3 people, current KSU students. 2 current KSU students were shot. Again, one tragically and sadly tonight has died. The other is in critical condition, but authorities were able to make a fast arrest also because of the enormous number of police and other major federal authorities that are sitting in the Frankfort area. You have the Frankfort Police Department, not far from there, Kentucky State Police, ATF were on the scene here, and the Kentucky Division of Homeland Security. Again, we are on the scene in Frankfort to bring you full coverage coming up tonight here on WHAS 11 Plus and WHAS11.com, our website. Follow updates there, and a full report on the WHAS 11 night team at 11 o'clock on WHAS TV 11. For now, I'm Doug Proffitt reporting.